Hello, Mary here. I showed you my concept that you can add blocks with not randomized custom textures into Minecraft without armor stands, diamond toe predicates or whatever you're used to do. No entities or block entities, so overall no entity lag, and of course no mods, no forge, also no Optifine. And in this video we will look into the general basics of this concept and a few things more, so you get a first overview about the range of possible applications and thus the impact on your map and vanilla mod making. I named this concept bonus. For example, bonus mushroom blocks. There are hundreds upon hundreds of more bonus blocks or models possible with no randomized textures. The ready-made bonus dummy pack I will release for you with the next videos offers you 160 full opaque blocks that you will be able to adjust easily to your needs. I basically explained my bonus concept already in the preview video. What it is based on are properties of some blocks. Block states. Some of you asked me how I came up with it. I don't know really. I just knew right away it should be possible, but I thought about your question, and maybe part of it is not only because I already used the survival mushroom blocks as customized blocks, but maybe also because of my redstone dust pack here, as there's a little specialty I implemented. As you can see, there are properties of the redstone east, north, south, west and the power level. And those properties are what are used in that redstone pack, so it displays the according models and also the correct power level. Not many know though that I added an additional model to the redstone dust pack that is not referenced like that in the vanilla Minecraft block states file, because I want to have a seamlessly bending plastic LED cable look. I had to add another model for a seamless transition of the wire, as you can see depicted here. So maybe that was responsible that I subconsciously thought, hey, I can add or split properties, so let's add or split some more stuff elsewhere. And that's what I more or less did with the mushroom blocks. I referenced each single one of them in the block states. There are files for each single one of them, including a reference texture. Of course, you can swap those also with models instead. There are in total 192 mushroom blocks. Only 26 of them are generated naturally in vanilla on the giant mushrooms. I also subtracted the mushroom block textures with all sides cap texture and also all sides pores texture, 3 each. So in the end we are left with 160 block states and thus 160 possible non-randomized custom blocks or models additionally to the vanilla default blocks that are naturally generated, more or less safe to use depending on your project and its prerequisites or requirements. Now we need to talk about exactly that. Who is this concept? Are these packs for or not for? You cannot only use the mushroom blocks with my bonus concept. There are many more I may present you in the future. And if the community support turns out well for my mushroom blocks dummy pack and the concept, I may also give you other dummy packs for other blocks as ready-made resource. Depending on the block type you use, they all have individual downsides or challenges as well as advantages compared to other block types. So it really highly depends on your individual project, which block type you should preferably use for what purpose and in which area. But don't worry, it will become very clear to you which block type you can use where and how, and sometimes the seemingly downsides are actually advantages in a certain context. There is no doubt that this concept is extremely useful for map makers, vanilla mod makers, minigame servers. I got myself plenty ideas what to do with them. I sadly just don't have the time currently. The bonus concept is also suitable for survival multiplayer servers with a custom server pack, preferably also with a certain command set or certain plugins running. For example, one of my buddies, Dreadkiller, told me that there is a plugin that can prevent block states from updating. you may have already heard, it will be possible in 1.13 in survival to create all mushroom block states by placing them against each other. So players can create also mushroom block states which are not naturally generated in Minecraft Vanilla on the giant mushrooms. You can't prevent that currently in Vanilla without command interference. Still, as for the mushroom blocks, those are, as I speak, of all currently available block types, the best you can pick, as in terms of adding a good amount of custom non-randomized blocks to vanilla Minecraft, which also can't be interfered with regular adventure mode. There are other block types which have other advantages, but also other challenges or disadvantages, but we will talk about that in another video. If it's for vanilla without forge mods or server plugins, there are sort of workarounds or how to build with these mushroom blocks in order to have them display only the texture you actually want and not change the texture when they touch mushroom blocks of the same type. Considering I want to keep this video short and rather focus on releasing the dummy pack for you as soon as possible, I will not explain you that in this video, but in a relaxed, less formal chill stream we will see. If so, I will announce it on Twitter and maybe also in a quick unmonetized info video here on YouTube, so you know the specific date beforehand and can join on twitch.tv/Nabelsdemon. Too long didn't listen. My concept is mainly addressed to map and vanilla mod makers, minigames creators and servers, not really in general for vanilla survival resource pack makers, unless it's for a modded server or server with a certain vanilla command machinery behind it. For example, you could set up to not allow players to mine, place giant mushroom blocks they could get in vanilla survival with Silk Touch. Keep that in mind. That being said, I plan to open up a post on both Mojang's bug tracker Mojira due to what I consider an inconsistency regarding altering some blocks' block states, which should not be possible in my opinion in adventure mode. And I also plan to create a post on the Minecraft suggestions Reddit where I want to suggest to add something for creative that makes block states of specific blocks not update. As soon as I published both posts, you will find the links to them in the video description. Please have a look at them and support them if you like the idea and would love to have that in vanilla creative. It would make things less complicated for map makers and open up many more possibilities. Just imagine hundreds of unalterable blocks in Minecraft vanilla creative and no mods whatsoever. That would be so great. In the next video, you will get an explanation of the dummy pack, an in-depth tutorial about its structure, its files, folders, etc. So you know what you have to adjust how and where to make it work for your project. We will also have a look into the mushroom block resource pack test world, also with its give commands to each of those block states. And the video after the mushroom blocks dummy pack tutorial is the release video, as soon as possible, depending on my real life obligations, of course. As always, take care, enjoy life.